I've seen shit that'll shock your eyelids.
You're my butterfly, sugar baby.
We have nothing that would make me put makeup on every time their child screams stop at them. Responds, collaborate and listen. I don't want the goo.
Yeah, you don't like the goo.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Yeah.
Okay, we're rolling in Pro Tools land.
Yeah, I'm already rolling, so.
Okay. And make sure everyone is ready. I am recording with your consent, correct, Nathan?
No.
Okay.
I don't consent to any of this.
Oh, I think it's going.
I'm not consenting to this call.
We're having to figure shit out last minute here tonight because our good friends over at Podcastle decided to fuck with us. And
I like how it's like we have an anti-sponsorship with Podcastle at this point. We only mention them when we have bad things to say about them.
That's actually true. we really, I mean, like, if the shit worked,
yeah,
like, we would either say nothing or say something nice.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It has AI involved somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
And it acts like what you would expect it to act like if it had AI involved somewhere along the line.
It's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit.
It's Elon Musk's fault. I'm blaming him somehow on this one too.
Probably.
Anything technology, I blame him on.
Yeah.
It seems fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair. So we're trying to. This is a Google Meet, and we'll see what fucking happens.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you? Nope. Don't have a question. Thought I had a question.
Okay. Well, I wasn't going to answer it either way. I was pretty happy with my level of not answering. So
cool.
There we go.
I like that a lot, Nathan.
Yeah. I've got my hibiscus tea. I'm gonna sit over here. I'm gonna ignore everything you say to me.
Great.
And that's how podcast magic is made.
Oh, I think so. Mm-hmm. You'll appreciate this as a man who likes a deal.
Yeah, love a deal.
Yeah. So I had a day. I've been sneaking off to Christmas shop. And also, don't tell anybody, throw trash away for free somewhere that is not near me.
Okay.
So it's fucked up here, man. I didn't know this when we were in the apartment, but now that we're not in the apartment anymore, like, no one has trash service here. Like, you know how in Nashville you, like, pay for it on your water bill or some shit?
Yeah.
And it's just a thing. You don't even think about it. You just do it, and they come pick up your garbage.
Right.
And you're recycling. Right. Well, here, the towns feel that they do not need to be responsible for that. And I think it's probably a size thing because there's not enough people.
Okay.
Or some shit. So everybody has to contract their own trash hauler, or you have to bag it up in the big, like, contractor bags and take it to a fucking dump yourself and then pay like $8 for every bag you throw in. It's fucking crazy. So
what they're doing is they're setting it up where the state of Vermont is going to just have a bunch of trash pirates.
Basically, yeah.
They have a bag of trash and they're just going to go neighbor to neighbor throwing their trash into the neighbor's trash.
Right. Isn't that weird where you would think up here it would definitely be part of the local government, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would expect.
Yeah.
I mean, I would, okay, so, and this part I know is true. I would expect, like, more recycling.
Yeah.
More compost, things like that.
That's very true, yeah.
But I would also still expect them to collect garbage.
Yeah.
Because there's some things that don't fall into either of those categories that people have.
Absolutely. Absolutely true. So, well, I kind of got off on a thing, but let me finish this trash story. Okay?
Yeah.
So no one knows I'm doing this except you now.
Okay.
So don't tell anybody that I'm loading up garbage and recycling in my car and driving it to another place and throwing it away in a big dumpster somewhere.
How illegal is this?
It's probably pretty illegal, actually.
Yeah.
It's probably frowned upon. I hope I don't get caught. Like,
so listeners, if you don't like Justin, the number to report Justin is
well, to be fair, and I'm not just covering my ass here. This is only for the interim until I can figure out how to pay for someone to pick up our fucking garbage. Right?
Yeah. That's how it starts. It starts
yeah.
as the interim, and then it just becomes the daily routine.
Yeah. I mean, it could.
So
I'm sneaking off to throw away trash and also going up on a bit of sneaky Christmas shopping for the family, right? And so do that. And I scored a couple things for myself today, too, one of which, and this is the part you'll appreciate as a man of thrift, 15 pint-size cans of Guinness, Harp, and Smithwick's.
Okay.
For less than $20.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah, boy. Come on.
I currently have 48, well, no longer 48, but I had 48 cans of Zevia.
Yeah.
In my, for those who don't know, it's a soda beverage sweetened with stevia.
Indeed.
And so, as you would imagine, they have the hippie upcharge on that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like anything that they can pretend is healthy, they can upcharge it $1.
100%.
Normally it's like $2 a can. I got 48 cans for $20. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's how you do it.
Nice. Hells yeah.
Yeah, it's and I need to add this information since we're talking about how I'm a man of thrift, which by the way is the best title that I've ever gotten for this. It's not cheapskate. It's not man of thrift. I like that. I don't want just a bargain. I don't want like I went on Amazon and it was 40% off. That's no fun. I don't want that. I want like I went to a closeout store where they have food that's about to go bad. And I scored so many protein bars, you're not going to believe it.
Yeah.
This is a real life example because that is up until like a month ago how I got all of my breakfasts for like 5 months.
Did you go to Bargain Hunt or something?
Bargain Hunt. I would find Bargain Hunt. They'd have pure protein bars that are normally like $8-9 for 4.
Yeah.
$4.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Suck on that big protein.
big teen. Bargain Hunt fucking rules.
Yeah.
We used to go there a lot.
I want to be a sponsor for Bargain Hunt. I have nothing but good things to say about Bargain Hunt.
Dude, I would support that.
Yeah. There's no telling what you'll find. Well, I mean, I'm sure every place has these stores, not just the South.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't have other examples, but Big Lots was the one.
It's
I grew
similar
up
to
with.
Big Lots. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch of things like if it's shelf stable food that's about to hit the expiration date, it goes there. Or if it's like an energy drink that they discontinued the flavor on.
Yes,
it'll end up there. Clothes end up there.
Yep.
I actually have no idea how the clothes end up there.
I don't know either.
There have been a couple times I've seen a shirt at this store that is a shirt I had currently seen at Target like that same day.
Whoa. That's crazy.
So it's not like it's discontinued. It just ended up there. Anyway.
No, it's a strange place. We once got a couple bags of Lucky Charms minus the like fibrous bits, just marshmallows.
That's it right there.
Yeah, it wasn't even in a cereal box. It was in like a resealable package, like meant for snacking. Like,
it's the dream. That is the dream right there.
do you want? Oh, Jen is down here. That scared the literal shit out of me.
Oh,
I'm down here in the fucking dark.
She made you dump in your pants?
It's okay if you. It's well, yeah, no. She just scared the shit out of me. I thought I heard things behind me. Yeah, okay. You guys get to have.
Hi, Jen. Hi.
You go. There you go.
Doing?
I'm pretty good. You just made your husband poop in his pants.
That question. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to seeing you in a couple months.
Yeah, we are looking forward to seeing you.
Bye. I love you, Jen.
The whole family. He loves you, Jen.
Tell him I love him too.
She also loves you. It's a fucking love fest over here, people.
Yeah. Well, and for you, a shit fest.
Yeah, I did poop myself. I really should have oriented the desk like not into a corner.
Yeah, that's the mistake. If you watch any mob movie, you would know better than this. You always face the door.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to know who's coming in.
I should flip this whole thing around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the bag of resealable Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Yeah. Right now, so anyone who's listening that doesn't have a store like this or is unaware, look, find one.
Oh yeah.
Right now would be a great time to go and buy like the Halloween Reese's Pumpkins.
Yeah, they're there.
They're going to have those. They have Christmas stuff, but it's like cheap Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got everything. And my favorite thing is the prices. It's one of those situations where the prices are so low that they actually legally, for whatever reason, aren't allowed to in their
like
ads
advertise,
say the brand.
Oh yeah.
So I signed up for their email list, and I get a weekly email telling me that they're going to have a sale on things like Smiley cheese flavored fish crackers, because they can't say what they are, but it's, you know, a cheese cracker that's shaped like a fish and it's smiling, you know, wink.
Dude, you really are Captain Thrifty.
It never makes me go there. I really just, I'm on their list still because I really enjoy seeing the way they get around saying the brand name.
Yeah. That's a fun thing. Emails that you actually enjoy reading.
Yeah, they're not effective. I do have to say that. But
what a rare thing though, an email that you actually are like, "Oh, I like getting this."
yeah, like this. Okay, I've got one pulled up. This is from the Halloween era.
All right.
They were selling, where's the food? I need the food here. Oh, is it all trees on this, like Christmas trees and stuff? What is happening? Oh, this one's no good. Yeah, the last one I got, you know, the Mio water.
Yeah.
They were selling, not spelled Mio, M-I-O. They were spelling it M-E-OH.
Phonetically?
Yeah. So they were selling you my water flavoring drops.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
Anyway.
You gotta love shit like that though, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
come on.
I didn't buy any Mio. I don't.
Well, it was nice that you read the email.
That's not a thing I need in life.
No.
I don't. I'm a little concerned when I find adults that have to flavor water.
I think it's generational.
Is it
I
a
do.
generational thing?
I do. I think people older than us, not everyone,
Yeah.
but generally, like your Gen Xers and your Boomers, they do not want to drink straight water.
That's weird.
Yeah. There's something about it. It's like maybe it was just drinking. I mean, I drank tons of soda growing up.
Yeah.
Like we had no restrictions on stuff like that. And but at some point I started hydrating and I was like, "Oh God, I feel better."
Yeah.
And people think I'm crazy, but like ice water, it tastes better than like straight up regular water.
Oh, see,
sometimes.
I don't really want ice water, but that's mostly just because I'm drinking it so fast most of the time that the ice just gets in the way.
Sure.
But you have those situations where you're talking to an adult that they say something about like, I don't like the flavor of water.
Yeah.
And in your head, you immediately go, oh, you're not a grown up. Yeah. That's fine.
The other thing, and I'm a bit of an asshole here. Some people don't drink coffee for different reasons, but the people who are like, I don't like the taste of coffee. These are adults.
Yeah.
And they would, and rather than that, they would have like a Mountain Dew or something in the morning.
Yeah. That's my sister-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find that a little questionable.
Well, that is insanely questionable because so if you're having coffee, number one, if you have black coffee, it's fine. There's nothing unhealthy about black coffee.
Right, exactly.
Unless you drink too much of it Dave Grohl style and have to go to the hospital because of it.
Yeah, your heart's palpitating and shit.
Right.
Right.
Just having black coffee is fine.
Yeah.
Getting up in the morning and the first thing you do is go, oh man, if there was a way I could put caffeine but also corn syrup and green food coloring into my body immediately before I've taken a shower, that would be the dream. I'm going to do that.
I know it's rough. I mean, like, and I get it. Like, okay, you don't like coffee. Fine. I'm not saying you have to drink coffee.
No.
But like tea, something like that. Like, if you don't even want, some people don't like caffeine. Like, that's fine. But it's the like immediate injection of soda for me that's like questionable.
I mean, I'm not a nutrition expert.
Sure.
But I feel like that may be the least healthy thing you can possibly have first thing in the morning. It's not healthy at any point in time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
yeah,
not a great... I mean, that's on par with like a breakfast of like 4 donuts. Just eating 4 donuts and going, well, that's how I'm going to start my day. Yeah, well, enjoy that nap in an hour and a half. Like,
hey, man, if you're going to have your donuts, though, donuts and Mountain Dew is the fucking way to go.
I think you just described everyone who plays Call of Duty. That feels like a Call of Duty thing.
I'm guilty of the donut thing, not the Mountain Dew in the morning. I don't even, you know what? I like a Coke or a Dr. Pepper now and then. I'm not immune to it, but
yeah,
donuts on the other hand, my guilt food, my real like deeply sinful food, is the mixed box of the Entenmann's donuts.
Oh, like the one that it's like the waxy chocolate, and the powdered sugar and the cinnamon sugar.
Yeah, the cinnamon. It's the little balls.
Yeah,
the cinnamon sugar. Yeah, my favorite's the chocolate. I love that waxy bullshit chocolate. I love it.
The chocolate, the air quote chocolate. Yeah,
whatever the hell it is. I love it. I love the chew.
The
of those
Entenmann's
donuts.
The Entenmann's are better, I will say, than the Hostess donuts.
I've never even tried the Hostess donuts.
Well, it's like Entenmann's but worse.
Okay, well, good. There we go.
So if you need a descriptor, exactly the same thing, but not as good.
In my mind, Hostess makes Twinkies. And they make the little cupcakes, little frosted cupcakes.
Okay, think about the little frosted cupcakes.
Yeah.
That texture of the cake, that's roughly the same texture. It's like a denser version of that for the donut.
Oh, okay.
So you see how it's worse than the Entenmann's.
I do. Yeah, the Entenmann's, I wouldn't describe the Entenmann's as light.
No, it's definitely not light.
But, in fact, I would describe it as excessively heavy.
Yeah.
But there's something about that. And I get the mixed one, even though I could just get a box of chocolate. I don't know why. I guess I like to vary it a little bit.
You like to have the one that you eat, and you go, no, it's still worse.
Yeah.
It's still worse. Okay.
Yeah. And for me, the chocolate is the ultimate. And it's the cake of it, and it's that weird, it's the way it feels when you bite through that layer of quote unquote chocolate and into the like spongy. It's not really a fucking donut. It's fucking cake.
Yeah, it's not.
You know,
all of these places like that have their donuts, but what they really mean is circular cake with a hole in the middle.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And then that's a donut. That means it's a donut. So
exactly. Yeah.
I've never liked those donuts. I mean, I can handle the Entenmann ones.
Yeah.
My big weakness, any time of the day, it doesn't matter what time it is. It doesn't matter if I just ate. It doesn't matter if I'm currently eating something. If an apple fritter gets in my path, that apple fritter is mine.
You're getting destroyed.
Really any fritter. It doesn't have to be apple. Like they'll have like the blueberry fritters, any fritter.
Sure.
I'm all about it. I was very bummed out. A place here had peach fritters.
Oh fuck.
And I missed all of them. They sold out before we got there.
Nathan.
I know. Made with fresh peaches.
Oh, come on. Come on. Tell me this. If you like a fritter that much, what's a fried pie do for you?
I'm not a fried pie person.
Not as much.
They're fine.
Too greasy? Too greasy?
I don't want the goo.
Yeah, you don't like the goo.
I mean, I don't dislike a fried pie.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have an apple fritter over a fried pie.
What the fuck is a fritter really?
It's a fried thing. It's basically it's a donut with fruit involved somewhere along the line.
The fruit is like semi-whole, whereas in a fried pie, it's all
it's not like filled. It's not a filled donut.
Yeah. It's incorporated into the fritter. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Like you'll get a hunk of apple in a good apple fritter. In a bad apple fritter, it tastes kind of like apple.
Gotcha.
And you're not sure where that flavor came from, but probably a flavoring.
It's like a salad. It's two things.
Yeah.
No, it's more like a panini.
There we go. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fritter. I mean, that's my kryptonite.
That's pretty good shit, man.
It's
pretty good.
I could be on a 2-week long healthy eating spree.
Could you?
And the second a fritter comes into play, it's like, well, I guess we'll start over tomorrow.
Game over.
I gotta have 5 or 6 of these. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're reminding me about talking about bargain food. My best score ever was, I used to be totally addicted. I probably still am. This is another food I'm addicted to. Or like Marie Callender's pot pies. You know, which gotta be bad for you. Those gotta be really bad.
Yeah.
It's like a ton of salt and just a bunch of bullshit. Mm-hmm. It's processed, right?
Right.
It's like real processed. One time we were at a grocery. This was in Nashville, I think. We were at Kroger or something, and there were a whole bunch of them marked as is, and the boxes were dented, stuff like that. But they were basically fine. They were frozen. They weren't like sitting in the middle of the floor.
This is the bargain I like right here. This is it.
And each of them wound up being like 75 cents or something.
That is it. That's the dream.
I bought as many as I could. Because they're normally like, what are they, like $8 or something? No, they can't be that much. They're like $6, let's say.
That sounds about right. Sure.
These days, in this economy.
In this economy, yeah.
In this economy, which, Nathan, will soon be completely solved, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
well, no, I have no doubt that our economic problems, I mean, pretty soon, the regular price of a Marie Callender's pot pie is going to be like a quarter.
Wow.
Because we're going to put in tariffs. Oh, right. Yeah. And the people in charge definitely know what that means. So don't worry about it.
It's really gonna fuck up my as is food story.
That's true.
Like when pot pies are normally a quarter, like my 75 cents is gonna sound crazy.
Did you see the thing this week about Mexico's response to the threats of tariffs?
I heard something about it, but I don't remember.
The Mexican president. So, for at this time, December 1st, 2024, when we are recording,
Right.
the maniacs that are going to be in charge are threatening to put tariffs in place for every country,
Right.
because somehow that fixes the economy, because we don't quite know what an economy is.
Yep.
That's pretty much all I can figure out. But Mexico is one of the countries. The Mexican president responded saying, okay, if you put a tariff on us, we're going to put a tariff on you guys for all the stuff that you send here. So, since like 3/4 of the guns that make their way into Mexico come from the United States.
Oh, is that right? Holy shit.
Touche.
Yeah. Or however you say touche in Spanish.
Right. It's just touche ole.
There you go.
Touche
That's
ole.
good. Now that sounds like a really good mocha. Touche ole.
Yeah, I like the idea of us as a government, regardless of who's in charge,
Yeah.
threatening other countries, and the other country just going, okay, we'll just do the same to you.
Right.
It's the ultimate way to solve any problem.
From what I can understand, that seems like the way that tariffs work. It's like, okay, we do it to them, they do it back to us, and we're sort of in the same situation that we were before.
It's basically an ineffective economic rap battle.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna drop our new tariff. We drop it. It's fire. It's a fire tariff. Oh no, they responded to our tariff with their own tariff, and they said some terrible things about us in their tariff.
Shit.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to tariff them again. And then pretty soon, the United States is suing Mexico's record label for defamation, like Drake did.
And countries are dangling other countries out of windows.
Yeah, it gets out of hand very quickly.
My kid binge watches The Simpsons, right? Like every time it's TV time, it's Simpsons. And I missed a good, I watched it growing up, right? Like in contrast to your childhood experience and most people's childhood experiences that I know, most of my friends. I watched it it was family time. It was like me and my dad Sunday night would watch The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. But of course I fell off at a certain point, right? And hearing these episodes in the background of my life now, I realize how on point the show still is.
Uh-huh.
And how funny it still is. Like up until the most current season, the shit is on point.
Yeah. So
they have not lost a beat.
So Sam and I were talking about this a few weeks ago in relation to Family Guy.
Oh yeah.
Because I was of the age when Family Guy started to think Family Guy was funny.
Yeah, me too.
But then, it wasn't anymore.
Yeah, it got to a point.
Right. But apparently what has happened with Family Guy, and I have not watched it to check it out, according to people who like it, is it's gone full circle, because now all the original people who wrote it are gone.
Yeah, right.
But they've been replaced by people who, like us, who grew up thinking it was very funny. And so now it's like back to being a passion project for people.
Oh, cool.
I wonder if that has happened with The Simpsons too, where it's like, okay, well now it's people who started watching this when they were 9.
Yeah.
And they love the characters, even though there were 5 seasons that were rough or whatever.
yeah, exactly.
Also, everyone's going to complain that it's worse than it used to be no matter what happens.
Oh, yeah, totally.
That's how it works.
A show that's been on that long is going to go through eras.
Yeah.
And Family Guy is the same way. Like, yeah, I remember the thing about Family Guy, when it first came out, it seemed really like edgy, you know?
Oh yeah.
And then at a certain point, it was like, is this edgy or just fucking stupid?
Yeah.
You know?
It moved to a point where they were trying too hard to be edgy. And then when anyone tries to be edgy, it's not edgy anymore. It's just dumb.
Right. Exactly.
Witness all of Joe Rogan's comedian friends. I would call them all out by name, but I mean, let's be honest. If I said their names, most people won't know who I'm talking about. So,
sick burn, dude. Sick ass burn. I haven't watched Family Guy in ages either. What was I getting at? Oh, the thing that reminded me of The Simpsons within that is they do a whole. This probably came out years ago. I have no clue because it just runs continuously. You know,
right?
And so I don't know what season it is, what year it is.
It's like you're living in one of those broadcast channels that, you know, is on like Pluto or something, where it's like, I'm on the Alf channel. It's just all the episodes of Alf back to back forever until we die.
Exactly. Or like that when like Garfield fell into the TV that time. And it got stuck in all the channels. So they did an episode, it's like a 2-parter, which was modeled after the Great Gatsby film that came out with the hip hop soundtrack.
Yeah.
But they also incorporated into that like actual stories from the hip hop world, like people being dangled out of windows and forced to sign contracts. So yeah, it's a great thing. I've seen that episode like 3 times now.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if that story is true. So you know the full story, right?
I remember some of it.
Okay, so the original story I've heard is Suge Knight, who was the president of Death Row Records.
Right.
Before he was the president of Death Row Records, received a tidy sum of money to start Death Row Records. Because him and his goon buddies who happened to play for the LA Raiders, according to the story I've heard, were at a party with Vanilla Ice and dangled Vanilla Ice out the window until he signed away parts of Ice Ice Baby to them.
That's right. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Which
Robert Van Winkle, right?
That's him. Which I cannot confirm it's true. I do not know. I mean, Suge Knight, if he said it was true, I still wouldn't necessarily believe it because he's Suge Knight. Like he's crazy, but how crazy is he?
Right. Crazy like a fox, I'm willing to bet.
That's it. That being said, if we had to pick one of Suge Knight's alleged violent acts to co-sign, to give our seal of approval to, hanging Vanilla Ice out the window till he signs away part of Ice Ice Baby has to be up there.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And knowing like the little bit I know about how the music business works, like if that held, like if he signed it away, they're gonna make money off of that shit forever.
Oh yeah,
like that's the like if you have a hit and you own the publishing rights or the mechanicals or whatever to that hit, you're gonna make fucking money forever. It's amazing.
Yeah, and now I mean, Ice Ice Baby. Now they're making that ironic money, where it gets played all the time by people who don't. No one likes the song anymore.
No,
there's not one person on the planet, including Robert Van Winkle, who hears the song and goes, "That's a good song." It's just people like me who, every time their child screams "stop" at them, responds, "Collaborate and listen."
So wait, let's break this down for a second. Ice Ice Baby contains a sample of the Freddie Mercury, David Bowie song.
Under Pressure. It does not.
Under Pressure. Well, right.
Because it's a little different. No.
Yeah.
If anyone listening hasn't ever seen the clip, please go look up the clip of Vanilla Ice explaining the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Because one, the bass line goes boom, 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 boom. But the other one, it goes boom, 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 boom. Solid argument.
So the number of people making money to this day off of Ice Ice Baby, assuming we live in a world where it actually is a sample of Under Pressure, would be Freddie Mercury, David Bowie's, Freddie Mercury's estate,
Right.
David Bowie's estate, Robert Van Winkle currently, and Suge Knight.
Right.
What? 4 more unlikely people to be together within the same, to be connected in this way. It's very odd.
It would be fun to think about if they ever had to get together for like an Ice Ice Baby strategy meeting. Like because it's the estates of those two, so it's 2 lawyers,
Right.
2 very, very pedigreed lawyers.
Yes,
who
it
are
would be.
running them, and then Suge Knight's calling in from prison,
Right.
and Robert, who knows what Robert's been doing?
He's the one person like directly connected to it.
Yeah, I know.
Still.
I know he has performed at the gathering of the Juggalos a few times.
What? Really?
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Which is one of the funniest things to think about to me.
That is amazing.
Anytime I hear anything about the gathering of the Juggalos, I immediately spend the next like 45 minutes researching that specific gathering of the Juggalos, going, what? What happened?
So the guys in ICP,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, they're both white guys, right?
Very, very white, yes.
So you got 2 white clown rapper dudes, and you got
that's it.
perhaps the best known white rapper of all time.
That's not Eminem.
That's not Eminem.
Eminem gets number 1, but Vanilla Ice is
yeah.
probably number 2. Yeah.
I mean, you get a Beastie Boy in there, I guess.
No, because Vanilla Ice wins because every other rapper that is white, at some point there's the conversation of, are they more like Eminem or are they more like Vanilla Ice?
That's true. Those are the 2 ends of the white rapper spectrum.
Right.
You're not wrong. That's so true. You're so right about it. Yeah.
Jack Harlow, probably sliding
I
a
don't know
little
who that
bit
is.
more to the Vanilla Ice side than he would like to be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Macklemore.
Macklemore's way too close to the Vanilla Ice side.
Yeah, I would say.
Don't like that.
So what I'm getting at is like the gathering of the Juggalos is
Yeah.
like sort of a white rapper like
Yeah.
get together.
It's white rapper con. It's it's a bunch of people throw on their finest clown makeup, get their most properly aged bottle of Faygo,
Yes.
and go have the time of their life.
Nathan, they might be having more fun than we've ever had, though, let's be honest.
I'm 1,000% certain they're having more fun than we've ever had. Here's the thing. They have to be having more fun than we've ever had, because the idea that not only are they willing to go through the process of putting clown makeup on,
Right.
but they're eager to put on clown makeup means it must be a fucking blast. It has to be something
be.
special for them, and we have nothing that would make me put makeup on.
I mean, the Sushi Jackknife Halloween special.
No, it made you put makeup on. I didn't do it.
Yeah, you're right. You've never put makeup on for that, have you? I've done it 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
It's kind of a thing now.
yeah. It's that those people are having more fun than anyone else that is on the FBI's gang watch list.
That's
for
on
sure.
the FBI's gang watch
Yeah, the
list?
Juggalos are a gang, according to. I'm pretty sure it's the FBI. Maybe it's Homeland Security.
Wow. Weirdly, that's like an achievement within itself.
Yeah, it's there's a weird part of me. Okay, so before I say this, I have to defend what I'm about to say by saying I know Insane Clown Posse's music is terrible, and I do not support their music at all because it is insane that people listen to that music and go, "That's good. I'm going to listen to more of it." It makes no sense. But
Yeah.
the like if you start looking at the stuff that they've had to do for like free speech because of the government labeling them a gang and all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
They've kind of been through it, and you find yourself rooting for the white clown rappers a little bit more than you would expect to.
They're like the new, the folks that battled the PMRC back in the day, the D.D. Snyders and the Frank Zappas.
That's
and
it, yeah.
The John Denvers of the world.
Only less talented. They are, it's exactly the same thing, but with so much less talent. They're very bad. They don't understand magnets. You can't explain magnets to them. They have a whole song about how they don't want you to.
Literally fucking magnets?
Yeah, have you never heard the Miracle song?
I maybe have.
Oh.
I don't know. There was a contingent of ICP people at my school.
This would have been after you graduated. Okay, let me we have to go through the lyrics on this.
All right.
Because
I'm here for it.
It's a thing that exists, and I don't quite understand how. Okay.
All right.
The song is Miracles. It's track 15 on the album Bang Pow Boom.
There's too many fucking tracks. By the way, like, stop putting so many fucking tracks on an album.
I agree with that.
Quit.
We'll give Kendrick Lamar a quick round of applause. His new album has 12 tracks.
That's the perfect number of tracks.
That's I don't know why everyone wants to do 20 tracks and then you listen to it and go, well, those 8 were garbage.
Exactly.
Do 12. Do 12 every time. Anyway.
Real quick. 10 is acceptable to me. 12 is optimal. I can deal with 13. That's it.
14, there's always one filler song.
Yep.
And 15, you're always just like, oh, so you have no one in your camp telling you to edit stuff. Okay, I see how it is.
Exactly.
Okay, this is the song Miracles by Insane Clown Posse.
Okay.
The lyrics are by clown rapper Violent J and clown rapper Shaggy 2 Dope.
Your little laugh right there was perfect.
2010. This is from 2010.
He's so pleased.
Shaggy 2 Dope. If magic is all we've ever known, then it's easy to miss what really goes on. But I've seen miracles in every way, and I see miracles every day. Okay. Are you ready?
Okay. All right.
Oceans spanning beyond my sight, and a million stars way above them at night. By the way, I figured out a couple weeks ago when I looked at this that you can read this like a children's book, and it's very, very nice.
It totally works.
We don't have to be high to look in the sky and know that's a miracle opened wide. Look at the mountains, trees, the 7 seas, and everything chilling underwater, please. Hot lava, snow, rain and fog, long-necked giraffes, pet cats, and dogs.
This is a children's book.
And I've seen 85,000 people all in one room together as equal. Pure magic is the birth of my kids. I've seen shit that'll shock your eyelids.
That's fucking awesome.
The sun and the moon and even Mars, the Milky Way and fucking shooting stars. UFOs, a river flows, plant a little seed and nature grows. Niagara Falls and the pyramids, everything you believed in as kids. Fucking rainbows after it rains. There's enough miracles here to blow your brains. I fed a fish to a pelican at Frisco Bay. It tried to eat my cell phone. He ran away.
Okay. All right.
That, by the way, is just an aside.
That is totally an aside.
That has nothing to do with nature or miracles.
You just wanted to talk about some shit that happened to you. Get a podcast, bro.
And music is magic, pure and clean. You can feel it and hear it, but it can't be seen. We'll skip the chorus because the chorus isn't going to provide us with any new information. This is where they have shown exactly how much they do know about miracles versus science.
Okay, all right.
Music is a lot like love. It's all a feeling, and it fills the room from the floor to the ceiling. I see miracles all around me. Stop and look around. It's all astounding. Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets. How do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed.
What? Scientists aren't lying? God damn it.
And if they're lying, would they lie about how magnets work of all the things they could lie about?
Shit is pretty well established.
That's Bill Nye level science. You think Bill Nye's lying to people? Get out of here.
Do they sow fucking conspiracy theory bullshit?
I don't think so. I don't.
Okay. Okay.
As far as I know, it's just that they hate the idea that someone would explain how a magnet works to them.
The ICP guys forced to watch Mr. Wizard on repeat as children.
Yeah, that's why they're not on a major record label, because the major record label kept going, no, like we do understand gravity. Like, it's okay, guys. Could we not do this? Oh no, there's a gravity song coming. Ah, no.
It's good. It's good for them that they recorded completely in the digital age, because prior they would record to fucking magnetic tape.
Well, they were at one point signed to, I think it was DreamWorks Records.
Okay.
That Disney owned.
Yeah.
Which, again, like I said, every time something with them comes up, I end up doing way too much research, especially into a band that I hate. I like their music, as you might have guessed, not good. This is not a song that's an anomaly. This is the standard.
It sounds like you reading it. It sounds like "Go the fuck to sleep."
That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, it's rappers who wrote Dr. Seuss level rhymes and sold them to a bunch of other white kids by being angry while they said it.
I think that's right. I got to look behind me because I'm hearing noises again.
It's Shaggy 2 Dope.
Oh fuck, that would be bad.
And Violent J.
It's you know what it is? It's the boiler heating that we have. Mm-hmm. It's very noisy.
Oh, I don't need to read the rest, but I do need to read this part. I almost forgot this part. Miracles ain't nothing to lie. Shaggy's little boys look just like Shaggy, and my little boy looks just like Daddy. That's a miracle. Genetics are a miracle, everyone. Like something we've known. We haven't known all about how genetics work, but we've understood traits for a few hundred years at this
couple
point.
100 years. Yeah. What was the dude with like the flies and shit?
Yeah.
You know, like that was a while ago.
We got this solved. It's not a miracle. I'm sorry. But also in their defense, if you lived life thinking everything you saw was actually a miracle,
yeah,
that would be a pretty good way to live.
You'd be a happier person.
Maybe,
you would definitely, yeah.
Maybe that's why they're all so happy at the gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah.
they're walking around like they open up their Faygo, it fizzes over, and they're like, what kind of miracle is this carbonation in here? I don't understand how that works at all.
It's definitely not magnets, though.
Well, no, it might be. We don't know how those work. And don't you dare try to tell me.
Yeah. They're a real statement on the fact that like people just want to belong to something.
That is true. And you know? I can't even fault them on it.
Not me neither. Not really.
I do wish that they liked better music, but that's their choice. That's not. Yeah. I can't tell them they're wrong. It's also probably not the worst music I've ever heard.
It's not. No, it's definitely not.
There was what was the band? That Butterfly song in the early 2000s?
You're my butterfly, sugar baby.
That one is at least as bad as the song Miracles.
Damn it. I normally I would have that band on the ready. But I can't think of the title. I can't think of the band name right now.
Oh.
Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby.
Yeah, it's so bad.
And those fuckers are still getting residuals from that shit.
That is true.
God bless, man.
And then there are bands that get made fun of that probably don't deserve it as much as they do, like Smash Mouth probably didn't deserve being made fun of as much as they were.
Nah, probably not.
Because like Walking on the Sun's not that bad a song. It's an okay song.
In retrospect, for like pop music, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's not that terrible.
By the way, Butterfly, Crazy Town.
Crazy Town, that's it.
The worst fucking band name too.
Everything about them is
so generic.
The worst. It wasn't. It was in rap metal era, but it wasn't rap and it wasn't metal, and it wasn't good. And that they had one hit, and that's why.
Yeah, it was like you know how Limp Bizkit would have one of those like slower, chiller songs.
Uh-huh.
It was like one of those. Yeah, that's what it makes me think of.
Can you imagine that there was a time when people were like, "Oh man, what if we were a little more like Limp Bizkit?" I bet we could we could make it if we were just. Do we have a DJ? Do we know anyone who DJs? We could get some scratching in here.
You got to think. All right, someone may argue with me about this, and they may have a good point. I don't know, but I gotta think there are a few examples where it works. But in general, I think that the DJ in the context of a rock band, just does not work.
It's rough. Rap and rock combined is rough in general.
Yeah, sometimes it works.
It's rare. It's rare for it to work.
There's a Public Enemy song with Anthrax that I dig. There's a couple. I mean, I guess people would say "Walk This Way."
Yeah,
works.
I mean, you could call Rage Against the Machine.
Rage
that way that works fine.
So well. They have no DJ.
Right.
Notice
that's
Rage
important.
Against the Machine, no fucking DJ.
That is very important.
And one of the greatest rock bands of all time, I would say.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah,
easily.
Let's see. You got Bodycount. That was Ice-T's metal band.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. Bodycount, which
they always get listed as a very good band. I don't agree, but
I have not listened to Bodycount.
It's not my thing. I can't say people who like them are wrong. I just am not going to ever listen to Cop Killa.
It sounds like very intense music.
Yeah.
Like take Incubus for an example. Like occasionally it kind of works, but I always sort of felt listening to their music, and I liked them enough. I always sort of felt like we don't really need this stuff.
No.
Like I don't want to take it away from the DJ. Like he's good, but like it's not necessary. It's like you have to try to put it in there.
Well, and you don't even need a good DJ because it's just filler noises for the most
Yeah,
part.
it mostly is.
You just need someone who can kind of make scratching sounds.
Right. I guess people would point to Linkin Park too, but like I was never a Linkin Park fan.
Linkin Park. Okay, the argument I have against this for Linkin Park is because I don't really like Linkin Park, but they're fine for what they did. Whatever.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Are the songs at all improved or enhanced by the DJ noises?
Exactly.
I don't think they are.
Yeah.
I think it's exactly the same quality, regardless of whether there's a DJ there.
Yeah, I would agree.
They're back, by the way. They're a band that came back.
And I heard they came back because Chester like killed himself, right?
Yeah.
I believe they have a female singer doing his parts.
They do. I don't know what they sound like. I probably don't care enough to ever find out.
Yeah, me neither. I never fucking liked them. Like they came out like I should have. Like they came out when I was a teenager.
Well, you probably were like me, where you had friends that were into them.
Sure.
And
yeah, I knew people. Yeah.
They would try to tell you how good it was, and it was just like, yeah, okay. I'll move on from this conversation.
I've said this many times, but like just talking about rock music, like mainstream rock music, I think we came up in one of the worst periods of mainstream rock music.
That is definitely true. As an example, one of the very few albums in that era that I heard that I was like, that's really good, is Alien Ant Farm. And
it is good.
Not taking anything away from Alien Ant Farm.
Right.
But they shouldn't be the top.
No. I have that CD. I bought it back then. I still have it.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not talking about when we were kids.
Right.
Like we were kids in the 90s.
And
there was a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, when we were kids, basically anything Creed forward is where the problem started.
We're talking late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my junior high school era. It was
right.
Everyone's passing around burned copies of whatever band it was.
Yeah, fucking like Trapped.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh yeah. oh.
Trapped and fucking Papa Roach and just all that bullshit, man.
Well, so growing up in Kansas City, the band Puddle of Mud is from Kansas City.
They're from KC?
Yeah. So
they fucking suck, man.
Oh, I know. When that She fucking hates me song was big.
Yeah.
That was on all the radio stations. And
oh my God.
It was never good.
No. I think you hit on something there. I think you hit on
that we're blaming Creed.
Yeah. What band did we say was he? Oh, we liked Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah.
I liked System of a Down. I thought they were good.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a lot though. Like and Rolling Stone, like I subscribed to Rolling Stone as a teenager. And they kept proclaiming that like rock music was coming around.
Yeah, they always do that. It's like
right?
They still are like every 5 years. It's like here to save rock.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
And like the bands was a thing, and that was good. That was way better.
Oh yeah,
than what we had been dealing with. And I guess the biggest band like to come out of that period was probably White Stripes, right? Like
yeah.
Like, and I have my issues with Jack White now, but like I like the first several White Stripes records.
Well, I like all the White Stripes albums.
Yeah, they're good.
His solo stuff got too far away from that.
Yeah.
Like out of the bands, the bands,
the bands,
you got the White Stripes, and the Strokes.
The Strokes.
Those two have had lasting success. I think the Black Keys were a little bit later than that.
They were later. Yeah, they were definitely
so
later.
They're not going to get thrown in. That's about it that really hung around.
And I like the Strokes a lot too, definitely. Yeah. Like the Strokes are good.
As pretentious as they can be. They're
sure. Oh yeah. That's true. The Hives were thrown in there by Rolling Stone at the time. Mm-hmm. Why do I remember this shit so well, Nathan?
I liked the Hives.
Hives were good. They were like Swedish or something.
Yeah.
But they were good. Who else was in there? The Hives, White Stripes, The Strokes. There's a couple more, but I can't think of them.
I feel like it was The Strokes and the White Stripes came first.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
in the next 2 years, the thing happened where the record labels went and found every garage rock band that had the in their name.
Exactly.
And went, hey, you could be stars.
You could be. Well, and that's really what it was. It was a bunch of garage rock bands, honestly.
Yeah.
And better for it. There was another issue of Rolling Stone that this is like 2003. This is as I'm graduating high school. That proclaimed At the Drive-In, that band, as like the saviors of rock and roll. And you know what?
Yeah.
That's a great fucking record too.
They didn't say
it's not mainstream.
No.
Yeah.
I liked that album. Well, they had 2, right? 2 albums.
I think an EP and an album.
Okay. I liked it. I liked whatever I heard. I think I heard both. Not mainstream. Not gonna save rock and roll, and they didn't do anything. So
no, they split into 2 bands like almost immediately.
And Sparta. I saw Sparta live.
Oh, really?
That was one of the biggest bummers of all time.
Was it a bummer? I like that band.
So I have nothing against Sparta, but you remember the MySpace era. They had the free MySpace shows.
Yes.
So when I was in college in Kansas City, they had a free MySpace show with, I'm trying to think who opened up. There were 3 bands.
Okay.
The opening band was popular enough. People were happy to hear them. Then the second band, one of my favorite bands of all time, Me Without You.
Oh, yeah.
So I was there because I'm like, it's a free Me Without You show. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
And then the headliner was Sparta. So first band played. Everyone's there. It's packed. Second band is Me Without You. Packed. Everyone's pumped up. Third band is Sparta. And it cleared out in the middle of their first song. Like everyone just went, well, it's free. I don't have to stick around for the headliner, and left. To the point that I hadn't been planning on sticking around, and I almost felt guilty not sticking around. Like I stayed for like 3 songs just to go, I can't leave right now. This is terrible.
That does suck. That sucks. And they're a really good band.
Yeah.
Like I like Sparta.
It went from this is probably not this is not fire department approved, this concert.
Right.
It went from that level to you could find a chair if you wanted to. Like there were some chairs floating around, and they were all available while Sparta was playing.
Wow. Shit. That sucks. That sucks for Sparta.
Yeah, Me Without You was great though, so.
Oh, I bet. Sparta goes on. They make several records, right? And then eventually that dude starts like an alternative country band that Roy and I both love. Who's oh my God, whose name I'm struggling for hardcore right now. Shit. Anyway, he goes on to do that, and it's great. It's really good as well. And then the other band, of course, that comes out of that is Mars Volta.
Right. Which now not going to save rock again.
No, but awesome.
Not mainstream enough to do any saving of anything.
Right. That's true. Their music is pretty out there, but it's like the closest thing to like prog that I really get into. You know?
That's true. It's got the prog roots to it.
It does.
But
yeah,
it's actually digestible, and it doesn't make you sad listening to it.
Yeah. Sleeper Car was the name of that band. The alternative country band that the Sparta guy did. And the album's called West Texas, came out in 2008. It's really good.
Yeah, they what did they just hate each other immediately? Like, should they have
No,
broken up before they made it as a band?
I don't know what. No, I think what happened, if I remember correctly, all my fucking 2003 music knowledge here. At the Drive-In record, Relationship of Command comes out. It's huge. It's huge for what it is, anyway. Great fucking single, One Arm Scissor. The album, I think it did really well. And, of course, they made the cover of Rolling Stone. Doesn't hurt, right? And immediately the two guys, the lead guitar player and the singer, were like, we want to do something else.
Right.
And they go off to do Mars Volta. And they kind of left the rest. This is my understanding. I don't know if this is how it went. They kind of left the rest of the band like, oh, fuck, what do we do?
Right.
So they go make Sparta. Like, basically the rest of the band is Sparta. And the two dudes go form another band. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking them up. They've reunited a couple times. They're one of those bands that the timeline of band members is just very fun to look at.
Oh yeah, it's all over the place, right?
Yeah. Like at some point the bassist becomes the guitarist, and there's some I believe that's backing vocals that line means that he randomly started doing, and
okay, all right.
the vocalist never changed. The vocalist was always there no matter what. So
Sure.
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there's no saving rock at this point.
There is no rock is pretty dead. Except in indie world.
Yeah.
I think this is just my opinion, but I think indie world is still fine, still good for rock. I mean, you had like that Wet Leg record a couple years ago, wins a Grammy, which scares me because I'm like, oh fuck, their career's over. Like if you win a Grammy right out of the box, I feel like it sets up these crazy expectations for you.
Yeah,
which are hard to live up to.
It is true.
But like, yeah, there's good stuff still happening in the indie rock space, and it's probably better for it.
But right now it's Taylor Swift's world. So
It is.
We all just live in it. We don't.
Yeah.
We have no control over anything. I guess really the thing to look forward to, that'll be interesting in music, is when Taylor Swift leads the coup against our current government in like a year.
Yeah.
Like she overthrows the U.S. government and becomes the de facto leader.
Hey.
It'll be interesting, at least, Travis Kelce will be first lady. It'll be great. I'll look forward to it.
That's a future I can look forward to. That's a future I can look forward to.
Boy.
Yeah.
Sushi jackknife.
That's a good sushi jackknife. Bye. Hope this fucking worked, by the way.